All right, we're getting going. All right, I just tweeted the link to Speedleach. I'm gonna go live on Instagram real quick and tell people to get over here.
Y'all looking so sad. I'm not that sad, but
I'm pretty sad.
I'm more disappointed
Yeah,
than
I guess that's
sad.
fair enough.
Well, I'm
I can't
pretty
really get sad about a Thursday round.
No, but he basically just he's not gonna win.
Yeah, when
Like
yeah, it's happened twice, but I mean,
yeah. Well, he needs to win the Masters or any other big tournament, even any tournament in general. You need to have one really phenomenal round. And now he's got to have two. It's kind of as simple as that.
yeah, I mean that's fair. I actually just before right as we get going, I was through the disappointment of this first round today. I was taking a look at the stats and first round since 2017. If you take out 2018, he's 9 over in round one.
We got some people coming in here. What's up, guys?
This isn't the first time he's taken himself out of it.
All
After the
right,
first round.
Masters Thursday is a wrap. There's lots to talk about. I'm gonna send you guys over because I know there's a lot to discuss. I'm gonna send you guys over to YouTube right now. So if you want to go to the link in my bio, go get that, and then go to YouTube. I'm gonna be going live with my two boys the next hour or so, recapping that round. Lot to talk about. Long round. It was a long round. Definitely very frustrating, but there's a lot to break down. It's not all bad. There's a lot of good to take out of it. So
Is there?
come join us over there on YouTube. I'll post the link on my story as well in 1 second if you guys want to come over. But yeah, so go to YouTube, go get that pod on YouTube. The link is also in my bio if you go to go get that link. So yeah, come join us over there. All right. Peace.
Bob, you said there's some good to recap. I'd like to hear what good where there was. I mean, there's a little, I guess, but
All righty, everyone.
No answer.
no answer.
I just unmuted myself. I was on the.
We heard you loud and clear.
You were unmuted the whole time.
Was that actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. All right. What was your question?
You mentioned some good as you
Yes.
forgot to mute yourself. What good did you see today?
Yeah. So there's a lot of good to take out of this. I mean, it's frustrating because here's my main thought after this round. This is a very predictable round. We're obviously biased to a sense, but I mean, I can eliminate the bias if I want to. This was very predictable. I mean, this is what everything pointed towards. Everything pointed towards a good ball striking round killed by putting. I golf. I'm sure most of you guys golf. Jordan, you golf. Dan, you kind of golf. We'll get you to brick ace in time. Here's the thing you need to look at here. This is not just on a professional level. The way that a putter works is you just have to keep fiddling with things, right? Like, so here, I'll give you an example. So last year I've been left-hand low my entire life, but I've had to slowly, like throughout my career of putting, change the way I do left-hand low, whether it's interlocking two fingers or not. You just got to keep switching things. And the thing that I don't see with Jordan right now is he's keeping the same exact thing for the past 3 years when nothing's working. So in my opinion, after that round, I'm looking at it like, obviously this is very frustrating because he hit the ball well enough to shoot a contention round today. Do you guys disagree with that?
Off the tee was a little.
Yeah, but I mean, he makes his 3-footers and he's got an even par round.
Oh, that I mentioned that before we went live.
And give him 1 8-footer and he's under par.
He also, I mean, Augusta's such a positioning type of golf course. You got to put yourself in the right spots. I mean,
Yeah.
18, you got to hit a close wedge. And
Go ahead and finish your thought, and then
But so
I'll go into what I have.
the good that I take from this is Well, I'll start with the bad. The bad is that he's hitting the ball right now good enough to win. And it's very disappointing that this is coming in one of those times where the putter is just in an extreme drought. That happens in putting. Putting is very streaky, and it's been streakier than we like because it's been on the bad side for the recent memory. But I think one thing we have to keep in mind is that what is going on? Like, putting is a very weird thing. It's not, you can't make putts go in based on how well you hit the ball, right? Like, there's so many different factors. Eventually, I think the putts will fall.
They have
But
to
was
fall.
there anything that pointed towards it being this week? Not really. So the good that I'll take from this is he just needs to keep hitting the ball well and hope that it comes, right? Like, it's just going one time, it's just going to come, and he's going to putt well, and he's going to go like. There were some bad strokes today, like some bad decelerated strokes. Like that putt on 4 was awful. The one on 16 was awful. But that's all confidence. Like, he has no confidence with the putter right now. He's just got to hit one of those. He's just going to have one of those days where he starts off hitting a few 6-7 footers to start, and he gets it back. If he hits the ball like this, getting a little bit off the tee, I think he can have an okay week if he can just make a few more putts. But my main takeaway from today is that there was nothing that pointed towards a good putting round today, and we kind of fooled ourselves into thinking that it was going to come. He putts very well here, but in recent years when he's putted bad, they've been lip outs, and his stroke is just not on point right now. It is not on point. It's not the reads, it's the stroke, and that is disappointing to say the least. But that's a fact. Like, it's not the reads. It's the stroke. The stroke is not good. It's a decelerated stroke with no confidence. So, yeah.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. One, I appreciate the appreciation for my hat in the chat.
I think that's a good
hat.
I felt like we needed to switch up the energy.
People commenting on my blazer at all?
Yeah, there's a
No,
lot.
so I don't have any sweater right now that's clean, and I'm freezing cold, and this was the only thing I had basically to warm myself up. So shout out to my parents who put it at 60 degrees for the house.
Nice.
Just a devastating temperature, but well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dripping. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Ezra.
There's kind of a lot. I think actually, so he hit 9 fairways today, and he lost a stroke basically on the 18th tee shot. It went from like plus 0.16 to minus 0.81. So he hit the ball fine off the tee. He hit it okay into the greens. The miss on 11 was disappointing because that's just a bailout. 16 was nice. But for me, it's like there's just no momentum at all. And part of that, I think, is the short game as well. Like, he hasn't chipped it as well as he needs to. I'm sure there's some chips that get to within 2 or 3 feet. But he's had to use his chipping to like save himself instead of letting it be kind of part of the attack. And he gets very defensive on those 4 footers, and he decells. I actually thought the stroke looked from outside of 6 feet pretty darn good. Hit a lot of really good putts today.
I disagree.
Well,
I second Dan. I think sorry to interrupt. I think from 8 to 25, 30 feet, I think I see some rising confidence. I think he hit a lot of good putts on the front 9 today that just did not fall.
Okay, I'll give you that.
From inside 6 feet, he's poor.
No,
I think the front 9, I'll give you that. I think on the front 9, it looked a lot better. On the back 9, I feel like it was the same problem. Though. I mean,
Well,
Give me a hole. Give me a hole.
Name the bad strokes on the
What
back.
was it? Was it 14 or 17? That back pin where you
Oh,
left it
fair.
short,
Oh,
short
You
fair.
left
left.
it low.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that was
That was not a good
Very
stroke at
fair.
all.
No, it
inside
wasn't.
of 8 feet though.
I
That's
mean,
my
you
point.
can't. The thing is, at Augusta National, with as experienced as Jordan is on these greens, you can't be leaving uphill putts short. Like there are just too many putts inside of 10 feet that you are going to have that are downhill where you have to be defensive. You can't be doing that on uphill putts. You have to take advantage of when you're below the hole. And that's just something that is just
Right. No, I agree with that, but I'm saying that's only inside of 8 or 10 feet. I think that's the big, like it's a decel because there's a lack of confidence. Everything outside of that, I think he feels pretty good over, and it looks fine. And he burned a lot of hedges today. But I just there's no momentum. Like that big putt on 15, right, to get the +1, and we're thinking, all right, maybe just somehow get it to even, be 5 back, really 3 or 4 back of the real lead, because Sung Jae made like everything today. So I'm not too worried about Sung Jae for the rest of the week, but then just go ahead and miss the 4-footer on 16, and it's like all.
I mean,
the way
that
down
was
to the
so
top of the
derailing.
window.
I mean,
So
I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I think if he makes that birdie, I think he shoots even par. Like I think just the entire last 2 holes are completely different. I think he walks off 16 with confidence. I think he does. I think he hits better drives on 17, 18. I think that entire ending sequence is a lot better if he makes that 3-footer on 16.
it's all
Um,
momentum.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, he was playing catch up all day. I mean, we were thinking
all
right,
day.
12, you make par. It's a good par on 12. You go to 13, it's a pretty simple birdie, and then he hits it into the creek. And then, I mean, I think the worst hole of the day was 8. 8 was the easiest hole on the golf course today, and he made a 6. I mean, that just cannot happen. I mean, the drive was poor. The approach shot with the third was poor. The 4th to 9 feet was average at best, and then the putt wasn't great. I mean, that hole was played so poorly, and it's the easiest hole on the golf course. And it's no secret at Augusta National, if you play the par 5s well, play the 4s and the 3s and even par, you're going to give yourself a good chance to win the golf tournament. And he played him in 1 under today when I think you need 2 under at a minimum.
Yeah, I guess that's another thing to like. I mean, he's 6 back, 5 back of third. And it's going to get tough tomorrow afternoon. So, if he chips it better tomorrow to take a better advantage of the par 5s, I think we could see him get back into contention going into Saturday. At least give him, like I tweeted out, I think like 68 tomorrow gets him in a good spot for Saturday to go.
Yeah, I had one thing that I want to bring up before we bring my guy Mason on, Mitch Mason on. He's a co-host of the Fairway Jason Pod. I've been on that a few times, but one thing I want to say before we bring him on is we have a very interesting opportunity tomorrow morning. We have about 2.5 hours of golf, maybe 2 hours before the really heavy winds come in. When those heavy winds come in, it is going to be hang on for dear life. We're going to get about 9 holes in. If we can play the first 8 holes in 2 under par and just hang on for dear life, I think if we shoot 69 tomorrow, we're fine.
That's a great call.
Yeah, I mean, it's about going into the weekend at 5 back.
But he's going to have to, I mean, he's going to have to still play good golf to play those last 10 holes in even par.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
and I'll say one thing. Jim Nance brought this up. The 3 guys at the top of the board were for most of the afternoon: DJ, Sung Jae, and Cam J, Smith J. They they were there in 2020 when it was soft, and it was like a little bit windy, but that's when this place played soft. It's gonna firm up and quick. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sung Jae falls apart tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if DJ kind of falters a bit, doesn't get that much ground. If Cam Smith keeps putting like Cam Smith can
I don't
putt,
think Cam
then-
Smith's going away, if that's what you're implying.
No, I'm not.
but-
I don't think. I think Cam Smith is the least likely to go away, but I also don't think it's going to be hard to move the lead. Like I think it could be 6 or 7 tomorrow. So if you get to 2, see what happens. Even 1.
That's
Honestly.
fair. And for
I mean,
for people that don't know, Jordan's best round at Augusta is the second round in terms of his score.
I mean,
average.
I don't see this lead getting past -6 tomorrow unless Sunday and has like the round of his life.
I think DJ's got a 3 under in him, maybe. DJ's in
What's
our wave
DJ
and
right now?
DJ's
3 under? Like I don't think he's got a
3.
4 under in him.
Uh,
I mean, anyone can go low, but like
I agree. I think anyone that's going off in the afternoon tomorrow, they're gonna 70 is gonna be like the best score you can shoot in the afternoon tomorrow.
yeah. Which
Which
is
I
another
agree with.
thing we can talk about with Tiger. But I want to bring Mitch on because have you guys ever met Mitch? I don't think you have. No, he's very knowledgeable in the sport of golf. So I'm gonna bring him on here. I'm sure he watched plenty today.
Yeah. Tiger was great today. That was awesome.
Well,
We'll get
Tiger
to-
was way better than I thought he was gonna be
Yeah,
today.
that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like
It was waking up to that was, I mean, that roar on 16 was crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, is Mitch in here? Nah, hold on, I'll text him.
yeah. I mean,
Wrong one. Oh.
yeah, the roar on 16. I mean, even the roars in general were cool because you would watch and you'd hear it and then they'd cut to it and you're like, oh, this is going right in the middle. But that putt on 16 was something else. Went in with pace, the fist pump.
It's Augusta.
Yeah.
First year back with all the patrons, which is sick. Full patrons.
Yeah. I mean, like we said in the preview, like the only thing missing from this tournament is Phil.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like the likable Phil, the Phil before Saudi Arabia Phil. But
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said he said it. I had to unmute him. There he is. What's
Hey,
up, Mitch?
fellas. There we go. How are
There
we?
we go. What's up?
Are you?
oh,
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
It's going well. Definitely would have loved a little bit of a better round from JS today, but overall I think it was a pretty entertaining first round as like a grand total. Tiger brought a lot of hype this morning. We were just talking about that. I really like the leaderboard. I like how it's shaping up. I think Sung Jam will win here, but by the time he retires, I think he's just got one of those, like he plays here very well. I think, I don't know if he's just going to go away as easy as you think, but
well, but the only year he played it when it was hard, he missed the cut last year.
I think there's a lot of guys.
I don't know if I'd
will
say
have a
today
big
played
jacket
easy
over
though.
some JM.
Like
Well, but today was softer.
it was softer. I'll give you that. But yeah, there's
You're right. Sanjay will be a beast around here for a while.
Sungjae will be a beast around a lot of places. He's a great golfer.
Yeah, and he plays everywhere too.
So what are your takeaways, Mitch? What do you got for us?
Man, well, so I was watching, the first few minutes of this, and I think y'all's, takes on Jordan are about as accurate as they can be. It's the putter, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
the putter that's holding him back. He didn't drive the ball terribly, didn't drive it great.
Yeah, it was kind of iffy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, Jordan, I think you said, or one of y'all said he hit 9 fairways. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we've seen him do a lot more with a lot less. So he's just got to find a confident stroke. For the rest of the day, I thought it was super entertaining. Seeing the cat back, stalking Augusta. I mean, what a triumph of the human spirit, right? So yeah, just an entertaining day all around. It was tough in my Zoom meetings today to stay focused and not let my face. I think I tweeted out at one point. Spieth had one of his lip outs, and I visibly frowned in the meeting. My client kind of like tilted his head at me. So anyway, entertaining day.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
even Olalalu got off to a good start. He threw a dart on his wrist. I mean, it was like what an entertaining day.
No,
you
it's
know?
very entertaining at the beginning, watching those old guys kind of. I think Harrington led at the beginning, right?
Yeah, he was
He had, a,
200 through
he had
like
a
4 or
respectable
5.
day.
That was funny.
He played better than Jordan.
Let's look at some of the other names. Well, Willett's at -3. That's
Did
never
Willett,
great.
man? He plays the course how you should play it.
Willett is very scary if this gets very hard, though.
He picks him off.
Yeah.
He's just good at that. He's just lurking always.
Kokrak lurking.
Kokrak.
Connor's kind of lurking there. I can sadly personally guarantee you Harry Higgs will not be a factor this weekend.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know who won't be though? Likely
Who?
JT 4 over.
JT will. That was surprising. I did not expect that at all. But I mean, hey, very respectable round from was it Greaser?
Yeah, mature, yeah.
Yeah, he 2 over. That's a very respectable round. That's cut line.
I think average was like 75 today.
73.83.
Really?
I wonder if they had one of those like without the Sandy Lyles of the pack.
That's also
make us look even worse.
Yeah. But
pretty tough.
It is what it is.
I don't know what's Mitch, you got any bold takes for tomorrow? Like
Man,
anybody that you think could get towards the lead by the end of the day?
yeah. So y'all, I heard y'all were hating on Sanjay M. I don't know if he's gonna fade as much as y'all think he will.
I'm with Mitch. I'm with Mitch. I don't think somebody's gonna fade.
Now I will say, I mean, if the winds get biblical like they're supposed to tomorrow, then throw recent trends out of the way, right? I mean, it truly turns into, can you strike it, perfectly under the wind, and then it's, how do you control your ball in the green? But I like the way Sanjay played today. I don't know that I have any just hot takes. I think I'll almost turn it around on you guys. Like, how far back do you have to be out of it? After
I don't think anyone's out of it. I think tomorrow is where it will be telling. I think you need to get yourself
within 5 going into the weekend.
Within 5 going into the weekend. Like I'm saying, like
I like that.
I don't think Speed's out of it. I think he made himself. I think he gave himself a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, here's what I would like, even for JT. I mean, I know I just chirped him with that 76, but like we saw him shoot a 69 at the Players in those wins.
Oh, JT's going to come out firing tomorrow.
I know he doesn't, putt Augusta's greens as well as he does Sawgrass, but
he putted well today.
He's very capable of shooting a 70 in the afternoon, getting to +2, and then going out early Saturday and shooting like a 66 and getting to within 4 going into Sunday. But really so I think honestly everybody's still kind of in it, but you got to make up some serious ground tomorrow.
I think the morning wave really has to take advantage of those first 2.5 hours, as you were saying. Like, if you can take advantage of 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 before those winds come, I mean, you have to, because you're not going to be able to make up ground on basically any hole on the back except for 13, 14, 15. I mean, there's not another hole that's going to be birdieable back there. You have to take advantage of 8, like Jordan did not do today. You have to take advantage of 2. He did that well. And you have to take advantage of 3. 3 was interesting because
we played over par today, bud.
I feel like tomorrow we'll be back right. So
it's all pin placement dependent at 3.
So back right, you really have to take advantage of. Because front right, front left, front middle, which is what it is Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, that's going to be not fun, right? Because you have to basically hit an iron off the tee. But I think if you were in the app, if you were in the morning wave this morning and you didn't break 75, I think you're toast. I mean, you might be toast to make the cut. Because the cut's going to be right around +4, I think. And I just think, I mean, if you have to go out in those winds tomorrow afternoon and you have to shoot under par, that's a very tough ask.
Yeah, no shot.
So it would be interesting to see. I have a few Woods takes on today. I mean, I just continue to be, as a non-Tiger fan, in awe of how he continues to surprise us like this. And I know that these takes are going to bite me in the back, but some of the things that I saw from him today that lead me to believe he's not going to be a factor on the weekend is the fact that as the round got longer, like as he continued playing, he looked worse physically. Like you could see it. Like he started grabbing his back. I think if he does make the cut tomorrow, which I think he will, I don't think he's going to shoot a 78, but it's going to be very hard for him Saturday and Sunday to continue, because the leg's one thing. He's clearly worked out a swing where he can get past the leg issues, where it's with the leg, it's more just the walking. If that back starts to hurt, that's going to be a big liability for him, because that starts to creep into your swing, and changing your swing mid-round to combat pain is a disaster, is a recipe for disaster.
I can't remember which hole you saw that on. I mean, Tiger wears his emotions on his face. He always has now. And, since 2008, he's wore his injuries on his face as well. And Bob, to your point, I mean, down that, 13 through 18, you could really start to see he was, he's wearing out. That ankle is so stiff. He walks with a little bit of a limp.
Absolutely.
And when he gets tired now, he's going to smother the ball. And I can't remember which tee shot you saw that on the back nine, but I mean, chloroform ball straight left into the trees. And that's the danger with him. It's either that or occasionally hits that peely heel cut.
Well,
like you saw on one that somehow didn't go into the bunker. But yeah, I mean,
I saw that drive on one. I was like, he's shooting 77. Like that's what I thought, because I thought like this guy can't get any speed through the ball, because that looked like he just didn't get anything on it.
Yeah, it looked like, oh my gosh, there's no power here.
His irons were dialed. I mean,
it
was impressive stuff, really. To come back after not even playing competitive golf for that long and to throw a dart like you done 6, that was ridiculous. Like,
he putted really well today too. 13th
did
in the field in putting.
Yeah, he missed in all the right spots. He only hit 9 greens, but it never felt like he was really in that much trouble. I will say when the wind picks up tomorrow, I'll be curious to see how he does, because he probably hasn't played a lot of practice rounds in wind like he's gonna see tomorrow. And he's got that like go-to kind of wipey cut off the tee, which has a lot of spin, and when that gets up in the wind, it can do some somewhat unpredictable things. So he's gonna have to really chip and putt well tomorrow, I think, if he wants to put together a good score. But who knows? Maybe he comes out and flushes it all day and posts a 69 best round of the afternoon, and we're talking Tiger going into Saturday morning.
I will say, just to your point about playing in the wind, it looked like he was almost flighting the ball anyway a little bit today, like on one, right? You see that immediately, kind of he's hitting that knockdown fade. You saw it again on 6. So I wonder if that helps him play a little bit in the wind, but with those conditions, with as hard of a walk as Augusta is, I mean, we've all played in the wind, right? Like that wears on you. So I'm not expecting him to miss the cut. He's only ever missed 1 cut at Augusta back in 96.
He was an amateur. Yeah.
And he was an amateur.
Pro.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think he makes the weekend. I don't think Tiger's going to just implode necessarily.
Yeah, he'd have to shoot 78, 77 tomorrow, which I mean, it's possible, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. He'll work his way around. I just worry a little bit come Sunday, he might be out of steam.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes. Unless, of course, he's in contention, and then
He's got the juices
he'll
going.
garner all the energy from every source possible.
Yeah.
And somehow put on green jacket number 6. So
I think in terms of the wind, we're kind of forgetting too. I mean, he plays like right on Jupiter Island down there in Florida at Seminole.
Yeah.
There's definitely some wind down there. So I think he's probably more used to the wind than we think. But yeah, I mean, just to come out today and hit his irons how he hit them after not playing since the 2020 Masters is just, I mean, really insane. He's built different though, to be fair.
I mean, listen, I mean, I say what you want about Ty. I mean, the fact that he shot under par today is
insane.
incredible. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, he beat Spieth by 3 shots. That's crazy.
He's 4 back. T10
yeah, he's 4 back. Yeah, he's top 10 after day 1. That's just something you never would have expected. But again, he continues to prove us wrong. So I'm not gonna put money on anything.
Is HV3 for real? I know this is his first year at the Masters, but it seems like he does this a lot where he sniffs around early in the tournament and then it's like, dude, I forgot he was in the field.
Did I take as one of my pod bets HV3 first round top 20?
No.
Damn, that was one of the ones that were on the chopping block, I guess, because that was one of the ones I was looking at because he was plus 400 for that. And I was like, here's my thought process behind that. He plays the first round of big events very well.
It's like his
like
Super
the
Bowl.
players. And I don't think he's for real in terms of winning the tournament because I just don't think first-time winners win. Like first-time players win. Like that just doesn't happen around here. But the fact that he was plus 3 early on. He was plus 3 through 12.
Yeah.
And finished -1. He had an eagle on 13, birdie 14, birdie 15. No, birdie 16. So he played his last 6 holes in 4 under. Like that's impressive stuff. He's a very talented golfer. I don't think he's for real this week, but he's very talented, to say the least.
He's starting to get himself accustomed to big tournaments too.
Yeah.
I don't know if 2022 might be his year, but I mean, he's just, as I said, he's just starting to really play well in big tournaments, and he hasn't played a lot of big tournaments previously to this year.
Yeah, he strikes me as the type of guy whose first win is at like a WGC or something like that. The kind of guy that wins like a semi-big event, and you're like, oh, Harold Varner is gonna win his for the first time on the tour. I mean, he just did in Saudi, right? That was a bigger event than Pebble, and he got it done there. A little flair for the dramatic. He got hot today on the back 9. I don't think, he's not going to win, but it'll be a cool story if Harold Varner's, around contention on the weekend. I think that'll be fun to watch.
Was that the shot on 13 that he hit from the pine straw that ended up going to what, like 2.5 feet?
Like a foot.
Yeah. I mean, that was incredible. So, I mean, yeah, when he gets hot, it's kind of, he doesn't strike me as a guy that, just is in total control of his golf ball. Like there's nothing about his swing that just, I guess fills you with confidence. But man, when he gets hot, he's striking it well. And then, we've seen his putter heat up. So yeah, I'd love to see him get a top 20 here. And
no, because that's a big, like if you can get a top 20 around here, what's the cutoff for invite next year? Is that 10?
12, I think.
12. Like if you get top 12, like that's a big thing for someone like Harold Varner.
Look at just like the top finishes in majors. I mean, Padraig Harrington's solely playing this week because of last year's PGA.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but to be fair to Harold Varner started to play so good golf. He's not going to need a top 12 this week. He's going to be within the top 50.
He probably won't. Yeah. All right. I'm going to just, before we let other people in, I'm just going to scroll through the leaderboard and see if anything sticks out at me. We have Finau shot -1. That's kind of surprising to me because Finau put it on the water on 12.
He made bogey on 12. He made a really nice
like plus shot. 2 or 3.
Yeah. Higo, after that disaster on 6, shot even.
Rory and
that was sick.
Yeah, he made like the 80-footer.
That was sick.
What did Rory? Rory shot over party.
Rory's one over.
That's disappointing because he was playing pretty decent.
Dude, I mean, the guy for as straight and as far as he hits his drivers, it's like, dude, hit a solid wedge, man. I mean,
Yeah, he can in a
everything-
wedge. Yeah, with Jordan, you were the
Everything
one
is just block city.
yeah, Jordan, you were the one who said that he wouldn't be a factor this week because of the wedge play, right?
Jordan's been banging that drum. That's
Yeah.
I mean,
funny.
Rory was first off the tee today. He didn't putt well, to be fair, though. He putted horribly. And if he
Oh.
putts well
Yeah.
tomorrow, he could definitely, shoot a nice score.
I will
Damn,
say
Munger
though,
shot +4.
if there's any year for Rory's top 10 backdoor charge to actually turn into a win, this could be the year, right? You
Yeah,
go shoot 68 tomorrow and then do it again Saturday and see where you are come Sunday. Like, I don't know. I think he's not, it's not as bad as it's been. That's for sure. But it's still
Yeah.
probably not good. I'm sure Rory would love to be 1 or 2 under right now. I mean, everybody would love to be 1 or 2,
Yeah.
but like,
Rory really should be. I mean, yeah, you can say that about a lot of guys, but Rory just like
I
slipped
agree with
the-
you. Like he should be 2
The,
under.
the
like,
last 6 holes were abysmal.
yeah. All right, there's a few more names that stuck out to me. So I think definitely the surprise of the round was Brooks.
I go JT, but I see where you're going.
I don't think it was JT.
That was
I don't think it was JT. I easily could have seen a JT 76 today. I did not see a Brooks 75 whatsoever.
stinky.
He was my pick to win. He was Dan's pick to win. Was he yours too, Jordan?
I went with Spieth and Brooks, so
Yeah,
I
but
thought he'd
yeah,
play
Brooks
well.
was my pick to win. I don't think I took him for the pod. I took Spieth because it's Spieth, but I just didn't see that happening. I thought Brooks, because Brooks had some pretty good form recently.
Mhm.
I didn't see that.
yeah, that he melted down. He was 2 under through 9.
Yeah,
making a charge, and then bogey, and more bogeys coming in. And you're like, well, where did the form on the front 9 go? I think he just missed a lot of putts, honestly. I think that's what it was.
Brooks beat 3 guys on the greens today.
Oh,
Sick.
yeah, that's not gonna do it.
He actually, he hit the ball pretty decently, but he couldn't putt.
But like he's low key a guy that could grind out a 70 tomorrow, fire a 67 Saturday, and then you're talking about Koepka 2 or 3 back at some point on Sunday. It's like, oh yeah, that guy was like struggling on the back 9 Thursday. So,
I just had a thought on that real quick. I gotta pull it up.
go
real
ahead.
quick. Let me find it. Rahm, Spieth, Xander, Rory, JT, Brooks are all +2 or worse. I guarantee one will be in the hunt on Sunday.
That's fair. No, I think
Rory
that's
is 1 over actually, but still, one of them will be in the hunt on Sunday. There's just-
out of those guys who if you had to pick one, who's making that charge to the top 5?
not Spieth, not JT.
I think it's still Brooks. I
Not
mean, I
Xander.
think Brooks is the guy who's going to take advantage of that
It's-
first 2.5
Brooks
hours.
or Rory in my
I feel
opinion.
Rory with the back door again.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
Rory does it for a living at Augusta, and then Brooks is also just a major merchant. Like Brooks just shows up at majors, and
Yeah.
I mean Rory and Brooks I think go off the earliest tomorrow as well. So that extra hole could be if you get to play 11 before the wind picks up, that's a pretty big deal. So those would be my 2 picks. I don't have much faith in Spieth, to be honest, but we'll see.
I want to believe in Rahm, but man, like when he gets in his own head, like they were talking about this on
Rahm.
Masters Radio while I was driving home, and they're like, he gets so frustrated because he strikes the crap out of the ball, but then misses all of his putts when he's not playing well. And now you throw in the wind and how angry he can get. I just don't trust, I don't trust himself, like to not just self-immolate, pour gasoline all over himself when he's not pouring in putts.
No, yeah, Rahm's like the Rahm hype's kind of gone right now. Like, what has he done recently that like?
Well,
makes
that's the point. He hadn't really
Yeah.
done anything recently.
he hasn't done anything recently, so I'm not really worried about him right now.
He played so well for a year and had 1 win to show for it. Granted, it was a major,
Yeah.
but he's got to be kicking himself. Like I should have
Yeah.
had 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I just saw that Peters killed me. Peters is one of my top picks. I took him in every, like, you know, those pools that you do, like pick 5 players and you take the aggregate score. I picked him in every single one of them. Like, he was my pick that, like, I knew other people weren't going to take. He shot 7 over today. That's devastating. I thought he was going to have a really good day. But obviously Bryson, I thought that was very predictable. He's just not healthy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play again till the PGA after this. I think his hands just like, it's almost like blown up, right? Like he's just been kicking it. He's just been working it and working it to the point where like it's that injured. Like when you do that much speed training, like that's what's going to happen. So
yeah, if you're Bryson though, he's definitely not listening, but we'd appreciate it if you play a little faster tomorrow.
True.
People are getting quite backed up behind you. So if you're going
and a twosome too.
Yeah, if you're going to suck, play quick. Like, go. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what my uncle always said, you have to be 2 of the 3 things golf. You have to be good, you have to be entertaining, or you have to be fast. If you're not 2 of those 3 things, no one's going to want to play with you. So I guess that's pretty true, right? Like
Twitter was saying Bryson needed to go back to playing with the Vortex or the tennis racket from the Dude Perfect video.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your thoughts on that, Mitch?
We talked about that on our pod. Initially, I'm not too proud to admit I had a get off my lawn moment where I was like, really? Like, are we going to do this? And then I had to kind of step back and realize, like, one, the video is not for like us.
Exactly. Right? It's for
kids.
Like,
yeah. Right. And so for Augusta to allow that to happen, and, you know, like Luke and I talked about it, like how many 10-year-olds are now, you know, walking through the living room, seeing either Bryson or Augusta and immediately thinking of that video and sitting down to watch golf with their dad, right? Like
exactly. Yeah.
That's a win. So yes, initially I was crotchety old man and I had to remember my humanity there.
Yeah. The amount of people that were saying like, well, if this is growing the game, it's time to shrink it. Like, come on, man. Like the amount of comments I've seen of those things, it's like, at what point do you realize, like people are acting like someone walked in and like stomped and like tore up like the Vatican, right?
Right.
Like it's a golf course.
It's not desecrated, right?
And that was not filmed yesterday.
No.
So there was plenty of time for it to like, it's not like the Masters was affected in any way. Like it's not like they didn't earn it. Like it's not like they're letting random people out there. Like Dude Perfect has like over 50 million subscribers. Yeah. They have plenty of influence to kids. Like I hate the people that were like, oh, they should have let No Laying Up out there and said, well, No Laying Up's audience is not the audience that Augusta was trying to get there.
Right. Exactly.
Like whatsoever. So it just wouldn't have made sense. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool that they did it. I enjoyed the video. I think Dude Perfect's pretty cool. But I watched the videos out of just like, I'm not like mesmerized by it like some kids are. Like some kids watch those videos and like they're super excited about it, right? And that's what will get them into golf. I love what you said about how the audience was not for us, right? Like it was for people who don't watch golf, and I think that's a very good point because I think in the end they succeeded in what they were trying to do. They just pissed off people while doing it.
Well, and it's interesting too, because for so long people have badmouthed Augusta for being too exclusive, right? Too tight knit. And the second they do anything that's, you know, hey, actually in good faith or normal towards the public, then all of a sudden people swing around and want to throw more shade. So yeah, I mean, whatever. It was a cool video. I watched it. I mean, you know, love Dude Perfect. We went to the same school, you know, I've met a couple of them.
Yeah,
so, yeah. So, you know, good guys, whatever, do a lot for the community. And yeah, I mean, they made a bunch of 10-year-olds days. So let's go.
Exactly. Yeah, that was good enough.
They did give Spieth that mud ball on 13 though. I feel like that's undeniable at this point. Somebody had a tennis racket shot from right there, and Spieth got a mud ball because of it. And I'm angry.
That was frustrating because that would have been the turning point of the round, right?
Well, I mean, if he puts down the green, makes I mean, he made 5, I guess, but that's a hole you want to get 4 on at least. And with that pin as soft as it was playing, 3 was possible. So
4 at 8, 4 and 13, and he's at 1 under par.
yeah,
Well, I just sent the Zoom link out, Mitch. We'll let you stick around while we get some other people on. We're only going to be doing this for about 20 minutes because I know last night was really long. I know I need to get some work done before tomorrow because tomorrow obviously is the morning round. But we'll get some of you guys on for like 20 minutes and then we'll see what happens. I wonder if Ryan will be making an appearance.
yeah, I know Ryan and Alex really wanted to.
Yeah,
I see Sean's in the chat.
Sean in the chat. We'll have to stay him for last, I guess.
Let me ask you guys this before everyone else jumps in.
Yeah,
here.
please do.
Shane Lowry with the win coming. He's got some decent form as of right now. He's 1 over, didn't play great today, but also didn't sink his own ship. Shane Lowry, any takers for him to contend this week?
I don't know. I will say he could make a move tomorrow. Like you could see Shane Lowry shoot a 70 in the afternoon and be like, oh, Shane Lowry's playing well. I don't know.
Go ahead, Dan.
I was just gonna say he is a man for the moment because I saw the list of aces. He has an ace on 16 and 17 at Sawgrass. 16 at Augusta, 17 at Sawgrass. How cool is that? Your 2 professional aces are at those 2 holes. So, I mean, I don't know. Lowry could win at Augusta at some point, but I don't know if this is the week. Where's he at? 1 under?
1 over.
1 over.
Okay.
You want to know who I really don't think is going to go away is Willett. I think Willett's that guy who's going to play well in the wind.
I'm afraid of that. I heard that take driving in.
I don't think Willett's gonna win, but I would not be surprised if Willett sticks around this weekend. Did he do this last year?
Maybe. He might have done it for 2 rounds. He's the ultimate lurker.
He missed the cut last April.
If it comes to Sunday and he's still there, he'll make a bit of a move, but somebody's going to have to blow it. He's not going to lead from in front, I don't think.
Fair enough.
I don't think
never led from in front at Augusta, right?
Yeah. I don't think he's got the firepower to go win the tournament, but he's got enough to keep him in it so that it can fall to him and then kind of coast the way in. We'll see. The 69 is a great score. But clearly he knows what he's doing around this place.
Yeah. All right. Someone asked what the winning score is going to be. I still think it's -6. Not winning score, leading score after tomorrow. I think it's -6. I think most of you guys are pretty much around that -6, -7 area.
Yep.
So let's get Riley in here. I know we'll save Sean for last since he's always the man of the hour, but connecting audio.
What's going on,
What's
guys?
up? All right, what do you got for us today after that first round?
Well, my pick Scheffler's looking really nice. So
yeah, man,
got
he's
that
just
going for me.
He's just playing so.
He's just number one in the world.
He's
Simple.
playing number 1 in the world. It hasn't really caught up to me yet because he's so new to that number 1 stage, but
It almost feels like he's not number 1 in the world. He just doesn't feel like that guy.
he doesn't feel like that
But
guy.
I don't know.
whatsoever.
It's weird.
No,
I don't
he's
know,
playing some unreal golf right now. I mean, he has to be my pick to win this week right now. And looking at what's going on,
I think him or Cam Smith.
I mean, Cam Smith
looks really
Scheffler,
really solid.
I think Cam Smith and Scheffler are going to be the 2 that are going to stick around.
I think DJ will make a run again. I don't know. I have a weird feeling. He looks.
he lagging out for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
He did look good though. I think that's what he was saying. Yeah.
Damn, I wanted to get. He said he had a Tiger take. Um,
Oh man.
One of y'all right before I came on said DJ was gonna fade with the weather.
I didn't say that.
That was me.
Just curious why you think that.
He looked
He did look very good today. I just had a thought about Jim Nance mentioned that at one point it was like DJ, Sung Jae, and Cam Smith at the top, and those were the three guys from the 2020 Masters when it
Right
was
when
really
it's super
soft.
soft. Yeah.
And I kind of just thought, my initial like bold take reaction was that those three guys are gonna, not be there in the end as it firms up. But I think Cam Smith has the most staying power, and the more I don't think DJ will fall necessarily, but I don't think he'll like go grab it. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll just kind of be
I think he'll be
there.
like around the lead, but yeah, I don't see him like jumping in front. Kind of. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but
yeah, we can.
But I think that's
Okay.
kind of where I'm going. Like I think DJ will kind of fall into more of a lurking position instead of being out in front.
Yeah, so Riley,
Yeah.
I saw you say something about Tiger. What was your take on Tiger for this weekend? You said he wasn't going away.
yeah, I don't think he'll go away. I think he'll. I just think he's determined. I don't see him dropping out of this tournament. I don't think he'll win it, but I think he'll remain in the top 10. I think tomorrow, the wind will be up, but I can see him shooting like a even par, one under round, maybe one over round to keep himself within 4 or 5 or 6. And then this weekend, I think he'll kind of make a little mini charge, hear some of the roars around Augusta. But
That would be sick. If Tiger shoots like
Yeah.
a Saturday 68. Then
Oh,
just
that'd
get-
be-
you
that'd
just
be
get
really
some
crazy.
roars. Oh man,
mhm.
that'll be hype. Luke
Yeah.
has asked if Spieth is featured in the morning. He's
No.
not. But he will be seen on holes 4, 5, and 6, holes 11 and 12 and 13, and 15 and 16. And then of course you'll get to see every shot later, but
Yeah.
he is not because he played bad.
Masters coverage over PJ Tour coverage.
Yeah, I thought the coverage was fine. I mean,
I will say
It's
for a
pretty good.
major though, it's probably it's not the best.
it could be better, but I thought the coverage
For
was
sure.
fine today.
Yeah. No, the
Like,
coverage was
yeah.
fine.
I
I
mean,
actually thought they balanced Tiger like better than I thought they were gonna do.
but
I
they
thought
balanced them with the other afternoon feature group. I feel like they definitely should have had a separate channel for the morning ones when they started because we missed the entire front 9.
I got a hot take here. Maybe a
Yeah,
hot
I noticed
take.
that too.
I think the PGA Tour live coverage is better, sans the commentators, than what I saw today.
PGA Tour Live is very good this year, in my opinion.
The commentators are definitely not very good.
Besides
on
the
PGA Tour live, but
Commentary.
Besides the commentators, I think PGA Tour Live has had very good coverage so far.
Yeah,
Um,
it is tough to
The
beat
rest of this
Shane-
pod could be making fun of the commentary.
Yeah, it's tough to beat Shane Bacon and Colt Knost on your
True.
featured group
Yeah.
very true.
commentary. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. But I just thought I'd bring that up because I think Luke had made that comment a couple times. But
all right. Riley, thank you very much.
Yep.
Sure, we'll see you tomorrow. Of
Thanks for having me on again.
course.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See you, boys.
so yeah, let's get Ryan on. He said he's got to go, but
All right. Let's go, Ryan.
I'm excited for this.
I would love to hear Ryan's take
And please
on
just says
today's
Ryan.
rounds.
Ryan, hello.
Ryan, hello, sir.
Hello? Is it working?
It
Yeah.
is
It
working.
is working.
All right, Ryan. What happened today? You're good now. You're unmuted. Ryan?
Fuck. Hold on.
What's the problem? We can hear you fine.
No, my AirPods on.
Oh, your AirPods.
We hear you good now.
He might not be able to. Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Synopsis.
What happened today, Ryan?
I mean, the putting's abysmal. It's a joke. It's a travesty to society.
I mean, all right. What was the worst missed putt today, you think? Besides 16, because obviously.
Well, other than 4 and 16,
14. Gotta
14 was really bad.
That was awful.
It's just so much deselling. They're not even touching the lip. It's pathetic.
That's what I hate is the fact that they're not even close.
No. The ones early in the round were, but as the round went on, it got
Yeah.
worse.
But those are all from like 15 plus feet.
Yeah.
It's just like inside of 10, it's like it just has no shot of touching the hole.
Mhm.
Like if it's within 2 inches of the hole, it's a surprise at this point.
Mhm.
But
And it sucks too with like the chipping. If the chip's not within like 4 feet or 3 feet, it's a 50-50 shot of it going in.
no, it's facts.
Sad truth.
It is.
Like he can't save momentum in rounds because when he chips it to 5 feet, like you said, it's a coin flip on whether or not he gets a good score on the hole.
All right,
By
Ryan,
12.
what needs to happen the rest of the week?
He's got to make some putts.
Is that it? If you make some putts, are we winning this tournament?
Check.
He needs to go on a run. He needs to get 2 birdies in a row.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah, he needs like a 3, like, I really think that 16 would have been huge because all of a sudden we were playing horribly and then bang, we're back to even.
If
Yeah.
you think about it, he should have. I mean, the mud ball on 13 was tough, but he had 8 feet on 14, made it on 15, 4 feet
Yeah.
on 16, and he played those holes in 1 under. You got to be
He
kidding
kind of
me.
got shafted on that 15 though. That would have been close if that win hadn't held that up.
Well, no, he made birdie 15 though.
Yeah, but I mean,
That was
could have been
still a chance
eagle.
for eagle. Yeah.
Could have been eagle.
That's-
Well, he would have missed the eagle putt. So I mean,
also could have gone in the drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say conversely, like, aren't we really fortunate that didn't end up in the water?
We
I mean,
are.
it's-
In the
this
end,
is
we
a
are.
Very much so.
funeral.
It was a good shot, though, to
procession.
be fair.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
he-
this is.
He flushed it.
Yeah, it was a good swing.
It was a good swing. But that mud ball killed because that was the chance. I mean, he was perfect
you-
position. To,
If you have a mud ball, I mean, just don't play it. I mean, play conservative. I mean, like, I
Yeah,
get
but
it.
at some point, like, especially with like 195 out, you're going to want to be a little aggressive. And that just sucks.
I mean, he was what, 30 yards offline?
yeah,
Yeah. I'd also say, yeah, like Ryan said, 195 out and 2 over. Like Spiff's gonna go for that. Right. Like he just
Yeah.
is. So
yeah.
Or he could have done, I mean, how he made par. Just hit it short. That's what DJ did. DJ didn't make birdie because he didn't hit a good pitch, but I mean, he
Yeah.
could have.
195 out, that's so tough not to go for it.
I know.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
especially with that angle.
Yeah, no, that's the best angle you're going to get on 13.
I mean,
That's
if
the best
there's-
tee shot he's gonna hit on 13 this week.
I'm fairly confident if there's no mud on that ball, it's an albatross. Like if we're just being real with ourselves. Like, come on.
It would have been an eagle putt. I'd
Yeah.
be
I
fairly
don't know.
confident
No
with that.
putt needed.
The way he's swinging it, that just wouldn't have been a missed green, I don't think. But all right, Ryan, you're gonna stay as we get Alex in here because he's gonna be the last one before we get Sean in here. Because I know
Yeah.
Alex wants
Yeah.
to come in with you. We haven't had Alex on ever. He's always wanted to come on the pod. So all right, Alex, bring your takes. Ryan, what do you think Alex is gonna bring us today?
Oh, God. Probably something about JT. I want to talk about JT.
You want to talk about JT? Please talk
Yeah.
about JT.
The biggest fraud in major championship history.
I would agree with that.
He,
JT never shows up for majors, man. Like
this is the
never.
he was in the easier wave too. Like with Brooks, Spieth, Rory, all those guys. They were in the tougher wave. And the JT was in the easier wave in the morning and just had no chance.
He shot
Alex.
67 is coming tomorrow.
57?
67.
67.
Okay.
You're gonna face?
Do you have a face,
No.
Alex? Dang
No,
it.
I got rid of it.
No. Turn your camera on.
No.
Why
Dang,
not?
he's being a
Alex?
potato. All right, Alex, bring us your hottest take. Ryan says you have a JT take. Is that true?
He'll be lucky to shoot 85.
Nope.
85. I don't know if he's shooting 85 tomorrow. I actually think JT's going to shoot something very low tomorrow, in my opinion. I think JT's going to shoot like a 69 that afternoon wave, which is like a 66, right?
Disagree.
I think
don't-
he is
I don't
going to
think
be
so. His
rolling
putting saves him.
around.
His
I think
putt-
he's going to. I don't think he's going to be able to sleep tonight after Tiger whooped him by 5 shots.
He'll be able
think
to
that's
sleep
just-
knowing his best
Tiger
friend
might
did
give him
it.
some inspiration.
Yeah, it's hard to sleep when you've got Tiger in your bed. I mean, that's.
I mean, JT lost to Fred Couples. Like,
Did he actually?
He lost.
Yeah,
he
Fred
almost
Couples
lost to
involved.
Ololalo Bubble. Like, are you kidding me?
just a pathetic performance from JT.
Same wave too. Yeah, JT.
It could have been a lot worse.
I mean, it's kind of what you not expected, but like, I mean,
No, we did.
It's a major.
Fred
We
Couples
expected
will
it.
be 3 under by Sunday.
Oh,
Fred
Fred Couples
Couples?
made cut from
Whoa.
Alex.
Fred Couples shot 3 over today. It's not bad for one of the
It's not a bad
seniors.
take.
I don't,
Do you have more insight on that? Is that what your sources are telling you?
Yes.
So, Alex,
He
if we
will get
shoot
8.
67 tomorrow, how are we shooting this 67?
By chipping in 3 times.
Oh,
Honestly, might be like
That's actually like
the only
very
way.
factual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good prediction.
Yeah.
How confident are you that that's happening?
There we go. Oh, come on, come back. There you go.
oh, there's the camera.
100%.
100%.
So we
I-
can just take it to the bank then.
I would
66.
take it to the bank that he chips in at least once tomorrow. I feel like he's just like, he's
Do
got
it.
it. Because
I
he
think he's gonna make a
can't
30-footer.
putt.
30-footer as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He made a
On,
nice
like,
one on
7.
9 today.
And they
That
got on
was nice
7.
to see.
Yeah.
Here. If he gets Michael on the putts, he'll win the tournament.
Michael, is
Facts.
Michael even reading his putts?
He did
Thank
on
you.
15.
It worked.
Yeah, exactly. The 2 putts Spieth made today, Michael read,
Yeah.
except for maybe 9.
I can't believe he made a one on 9. That putt was insane.
Yeah, he always
Made
does
it.
that though.
He made a putt like that last year in the final round.
Yeah, he putted it sideways, and then it just went in the hole. It's like the only putt he made that entire week, and it was a sideways putt.
Yeah.
You
But-
should be able to replace a mud ball.
Oh, mud ball replacements at a major.
I mean, I agree with that. But
If
I feel like with all
was-
the rain, I was kind of shocked that he didn't play lift clean in place.
Yeah, but this
I
this
just,
ain't, this ain't the players.
Not that I'm complaining, but like,
Yeah,
I
no.
think you should always be able to.
That and divots.
I think you should always be able to lift clean in place, but mark it like you're on the putting green. Like you shouldn't be able to improve your lie, but you should never be put at a disadvantage for being in the fairway. Like if you're in a divot or if you have a mud ball, like that shouldn't be a disadvantage if you hit it perfectly down the center, right?
Yeah, I don't mind that
That's
take.
just my take. But I also think when you play lift clean in place, you shouldn't be able to move it a club length in the fairway.
I agree.
Like that's also ridiculous. So I'm a big fan of scorecard length. I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's lift
Um,
clean in place, not lift clean and move. Right?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's
also,
Will Spieth commit to next week?
Ooh,
good question.
is that dead?
I think Jordan's been thinking about that. Not
it's been on my mind,
Is
especially
it
if
dead
we have a
though?
Mythic
Since
Cup
it's
tomorrow.
Friday. Oh no, it's
Where
not
is
Friday.
It's
Next week?
Thursday, Bob.
Don't tease me with a good time there, Bob.
yeah. I mean, if Spieth shoots like 78 tomorrow, I could see it because he'll have time. But I don't think
He's shooting
so.
like 66 tomorrow.
I also think McIntyre will make the cut.
Ooh, where's he
Oh,
right now?
I need him to
I
make the
think
cut.
+3.
Top lefty, is it Brian Harmon?
I don't think Spieth could play worse than he played today. I think there's no chance he plays worse than 74.
Well, he decided
Yeah.
he's going to wear an actual shirt tomorrow.
Who?
Yes.
What do you say?
What
He said Spieth's gonna wear an actual shirt tomorrow.
Ooh, the shirt tomorrow was kind of nice.
I do like the fit the next 2 days.
Yeah,
Blue with birds, right?
yeah. But I don't
Oh, it's
hate
got
that.
birds on it. We need birds tomorrow.
Exactly.
That's why he put the birds on it so he could get some birds.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
All right,
Mhm.
Alex, Ryan, we have to kick you out so that we can make way for Sean Van Anglen before we
Great.
say
do it,
sayonara.
Disney.
And I give my last thoughts for the week.
He's winning by 7.
Let's
He's
go.
still winning by 7.
Dang.
No, he won by 1. Still hit
Okay.
a putt on 16.
Nice.
Putt by 16. Putt on 61 by 1. Thank you, Alex. That is some great insight.
35 footer.
Let's go.
35. Wow,
We
he's just
get
got, dude. I feel like he's been in. I feel like he's from the future.
We get
right?
an oh my goodness from Vern.
Oh my god, that would
Could
be
use that.
electric.
Did Vern? I was hoping for a moment ago for the speed shot on 16 today.
Oh, you mean the putt?
No, not the putt. Like when he hit his tee shot, because it was like a minute after he hit it,
Yeah.
and I was waiting for Vern to just lay his vocabulary on me.
Yeah. All right.
He didn't do it.
Before I have to go finish an essay due tomorrow morning, let's get SV in here. This could be something right here. Sean, are you here?
Oh, I'm here.
Let's go. What's up, Sean? How was your Thursday?
Hold
at the
on.
Masters?
Happy National Beer Day, ladies and gentlemen.
I love
Sean,
that.
wait,
There
Sean,
better
who
be
was your
some
pick?
lean in that cup.
Who was your pick this week?
I like Cam Smith.
Yeah,
I think he said that.
you did say
Good
that.
Flip a
sir.
feather,
Yeah.
baby. Come on, Cam.
Yeah, dude, I love Cam. Cam's a stud.
Like I said last night, and I've said it on a few others, that I've followed Cam for a long time, even before he's picked up this popularity on the PGA Tour, and I honestly think he's got the game that can win for a while.
Yeah, he
Like-
does because he putts really well.
Like I just I like his whole demeanor. Like just nothing phases the guy. Like tomorrow's going to be a big test. I think after that double bogey, it was 18 was the double bogey, correct?
Yeah,
Second one of the
Uh,
day.
yeah. It was impressive though to have a double on the one and then make 8 birdies in the next 16 holes.
Yeah, to go 8 under par after your opening double. I mean, that's pretty nice.
That's very
Yeah,
nice.
He's definitely going to be kicking himself, finishing with
Absolutely.
the 6 on 18. And with the way he putts, like he could shoot a 1 under tomorrow afternoon to like be 1 back going into Saturday.
Let's see. I think
Yeah.
he's going. I can see Cam shooting a 68 tomorrow. He can
Wow.
flight he can flight the ball low. Oh, that's the thing people underestimate about him. You gotta remember. I mean, a lot of the Australian players are used to playing in that type of wind, especially the one they're gonna see tomorrow. Oh, and I mean, this is a guy that grew up playing in those situations, and seeing him play a few times, he definitely can flight the ball low and just have complete control. But obviously, I mean, this is Augusta; it's a different animal. And you're going into your second round after hitting a double bogey to close out your first. I mean, I'm assuming the nerves are going to set in if he goes out and does shoot a 68. Like, I mean, I just have that type of confidence in him. I don't want that to be like my official score. I mean, I could tell you. I mean, it would not surprise me in the least bit to see him go out and shoot another 68.
You shoot 68 tomorrow. The field is in big trouble.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, you could probably just give him the jacket at that point.
yeah, he's flushing it with the irons. I do worry a little bit about his driver swing sometimes. There seem to be a couple loose ones. But with
Yeah.
his scrambling ability, I think he mitigates that pretty well.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing in his game. The driver could be a little wonky. I mean, I kind of wish it was a little more on point to where it was at the Players. But I mean, if he gets any resemblance back to what it was at the Players, oh boy.
Yeah.
So I got this gambling story for
Exactly.
you
That's
fellas.
we told you to bring your best golf gambling story, so let's hear it.
I have a lot of them. This one was pretty freaking good. So it was like 95 degrees in Florida. This was a few years ago. Oh, me and like four of my buddies, we're playing a course out in Naples, Florida. We brought a whole shitload of beer and booze with us. I don't know if you guys follow Brilliantly Dumb. If not, you
Oh
guys
yes.
should. They're my good friends. Joey Coldcuts actually reached out to me the other day and asked me about you guys, and I gave you guys a good word. So if they reach out to you,
Hey, be sick.
they're great people. So they put out a video recently about doing like an 18 shot challenge with Fireball. So it's all on YouTube. The video is absolutely fucking hilarious. The hot dog eating one's even better if you. But anyway, this story is similar to that. My friends were wondering how long it would take for me to get absolutely fucking hammered, or they bet. I'm sorry. It was that and how many beers I could drink before the end of the night, before the end of the front nine. Well, by the sixth hole, I was 24 beers deep in 95-degree weather. I passed the fuck out. I had no idea where I was at, right? So my friends apparently drive me home. I passed out. Oh, and I'm like, so did I win? He said, no, you didn't even make it to 9 holes. Then after that, we went out drinking the rest of the night, and I can't tell you what else happened that night because I don't remember that. Last thing I know is we went out drinking.
Sean, I have a question about your golf career real quick. Have you ever played in a tournament drunk ever?
Yes.
Really? What's your best score?
Best score drunk?
Yes.
74.
Holy shit.
Hey, I mean, that's not bad. I'll take that. And what'd you shoot to beat Cam Tringali again in that tournament?
68. Yeah, 68.
Yeah, that still blows my mind. So Mitch, if you don't know the context of that, we had him on the podcast a while ago. So he played in like the Pro-Am at they have a Wednesday Pro-Am before most tournaments.
Oh yeah.
So he's a member at TPC Boston. So this was before he turned professional, because now he's just a PGA pro. And he beat his pro. He beat Cam Tringali when he played. Did you beat him on 18, right? You won by 1 on 18?
Yeah, our ninth hole was our 18th hole. We were reversed.
Yeah. That's sick. That's ridiculous.
That's awesome. Sean, it's clear that you're a northern guy, right?
I'm from Boston, the Boston area. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Well, hey, as a grad of SEC country, you would fit in very, very well down here. So
hey, I spent 8 years in Florida, man. I'm all about it.
Oh yeah. You've got major tailgating pro vibes. So love that.
Oh, I got some good stories with that too.
I bet you do.
All right, Sean, thank you. We'll have to have you on again rest of the week, so keep bringing the stories.
No, you know what? No, can you guys give me a few minutes? I want to first say congratulations to your success, but there's something else too. I need to get in touch with him. Bob Menery needs to come on this show.
Dude, I've been talking to you about that. Yeah, I mean, that would be sick. He's
I know he's kind of all over the place right now, but
yeah.
No, we need to find a way to hook him in. I mean,
yes. That would be unbelievable. That would be so cool if we could get Bob Menery on here. Bob Menery is a classic, absolutely hilarious dude. I forgot. There's a video I saw him this week. He was doing something about the one of the Tiger shots. It was just like, it was such a classic. But Sean, we really appreciate that. We appreciate your support. You're always spreading a good word about us. So we really appreciate that. So thank you.
So let me ask you, actually, I know this is kind of, I'll save it for another time. I actually have a hot take that I'd like to bring up at one point about the PGA Tour playoffs. But today,
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, I cannot wait for that. But yeah, that's probably not something that.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's make this an episode. We should do it live because I'd like to hear people's feedbacks. I'm probably going to get a lot of shit, but I'd like to have an open debate with you guys, and I think we can have some solid context.
I think
We'll
I know
have
where
to-
you're going with it, and people will not give you crap for it.
We'll have to make it happen then, because I know I have my own takes. I have some strong takes on how the PGA Tour playoffs should be. So
Yeah,
I'd love to have an open
nuts.
debate with you. We'll have to make it happen.
All
All
right,
right.
you guys have a great weekend and
Thank you.
Take care.
happy opening day.
Yes, happy
Take care,
opening
Sean.
day.
Thank you.
Drink
All
beer.
right.
I want to find that guy on Twitter as soon as we get off of this.
Oh, he's got tons of Twitter accounts. So he's
He's
got
got a
different
lot of
like
Twitter accounts.
yeah. All right, I have some takes I'd like to bring in before we leave. Just some final things. I'd like you guys to give your final thoughts first, though, based on today. Jordan, I'll start with you. You should start. What do you think?
I think he plays better than 74 tomorrow, but if you can't make short putts, I don't think you can go too low. But I mean, I don't know, Bob.
Yeah, I think that's about as like simple as you can put it. If
It's
he, if,
frustrating.
it would be so much fun to see him make like 3 birdies in 4 holes, 2 birdies in 5 holes,
Yeah,
back-to-back birdies,
that's
something
the
like that, just to get the round kind of kick-started. But likelihood of that is slim at this point.
Yeah. Mitch, what do you got?
Listen, I mean, obviously it's very easy to agree with everything that we've all said, but I will say this. Realistically, do I expect a ton? No.
I don't either. That's what I'm saying. Like, we sort of like willed it into existence that he was going to putt well today when nothing pointed towards him putting well today.
Well, yeah, and I mean, but the night is darkest before the dawn, and I will say,
true.
Spieth has this hero vibe, right? That has just been intertwined with him his entire career. Even in the least likely scenario that he goes out and shoots a good round, all of a sudden he shot a 67, like Alex was saying, right? So yeah, am I expecting him to go out and do that? No. Also, will I be surprised if he shot a 68 with the wind howling down the back nine? No. He's Jordan Spieth. I mean, this is what he does eventually. So, you know, I think he absolutely could make the weekend, be in contention, have a heroic ride into Sunday. But we'll see. He's got to win the battle mentally. It seems like he loses that very, very quickly when he's not putting well, which clearly he did not putt well today.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, it's the same thing that all 4 of us probably struggle with on the greens, right? Like you got to be confident in your stroke. You can't decelerate. So if he can put some good strokes on the ball, Bob, you said it, I think before I even jumped on, it's not the lines. The lines are not the issue. Just get through the effing ball.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that it's simple as that.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
You just got to trust.
It's
Yep.
as simple as Jordan Spieth. I like that. It just is. Jordan Spieth is going to Jordan Spieth, and whatever that
Yeah.
leads to, it's going to be fun to follow.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's my final thought before we end this. We all know that he's hitting the ball. His iron play right now is fantastic. Like he's hitting the ball very well. Mostly to the green. Like he hasn't had a bad driving week recently, start to finish. So I do expect the driving to improve tomorrow. I expect him to work on the range pretty early. There won't be any weather delays in the morning, so he won't have that like limitation. We all play golf. We all know what putting's like. You can find it like that, right? Like you can find something on the greens just like that. We just got to hope for it, because if he doesn't find that, he's not winning this week. It's that simple. Like we just need to hope that he does, because he will not win this week if he does not find something on the greens. You just can't win a major championship missing 4-footers for 3 days, right? So he has to find something like that he can sustain, and he has to find something that he can build off of. Like it can't just be like something that he doesn't know what he's doing. He needs to know what he's doing, because a lot of it's confidence. And as you said, Mitch, like he needs to be able to get through the ball. He's decelerating on everything. I don't expect much tomorrow, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he just makes a putt early and it just sparks something. Like that's how things are. That's how
That's
momentum
golf.
started. That is golf. It's a crazy game. Like the announcers are talking about it, I thought they gave some pretty good insight into it about how if he made that putt on 16, that drive on 17 is a completely different situation. I don't think he goes right. It's a momentum game. It's a crazy game. So no, I don't expect much, but I'm very excited to see, because he wants it, right? He wants it badly. I expect him to be grinding all morning tomorrow. And we'll see. I'm sure he's grinding in his hotel room right now. Because that's what he does. That's what he is. He's a grinder. And Dan was even like during the round today, just grind, baby, right? Like he was grinding as hard as he could. He just couldn't get anything going with the putter. Like he was trying his best to get that back to even par, and he didn't, but he was trying really hard. So we'll see what the future holds, and we'll leave it at that. I mean, we can't do anything, right? We just got to sit back here and watch, and then address the situation like the experts that we are. But that's just how it is. So we'll see. Thank you, Mitch, for coming on. We appreciate it. You always have some good insight into golf. Love coming on your podcast. We'll do that again soon.
Yes, we will. Yeah, thank you guys. It's been a blast. Love interacting with all of you guys on Twitter. So, hey, round 2, let's ride tomorrow, baby.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
All right, boys. Thank you guys for coming on, for watching. We had a good amount of viewers today. I know a lot of people want answers, but we don't have them for you. Unfortunately, we don't know. Like, that's golf, right? Like, we don't have an answer like, oh, so this is what's going to happen tomorrow. It's not how it works, unfortunately. So, but thank you guys for popping on. We'll do this again tomorrow, and yeah, we'll